Good evening and welcome to another session of Keeping It Simple with Prashant Rajoreji. This is the 68th episode. We welcome everyone. And with that, Prashant Bhaiya, welcome Jai Gurudev.
Jai Gurudev, this is our first episode in the new year. Wishing everyone a very, very happy new year. And we have been very busy in the new year. So hope that from now onwards we'll be very regular with our programs. And do keep on supporting us. Please keep on sending out your questions for a nice discussion on keeping it simple. So Dhruv, over to you.
Yes, Bhaiya. So I'll start with our first question this week. Where the first question is, my parents want to get me married. I don't want to get married as per their choice. How to resolve this?
Yeah, there will be a choice where your parents will also agree and you will also agree. So till that time, wait. It might happen in a few months, it might happen in a few years. Be patient, that's all. Okay. And marriage is something where you have to spend time with your spouse. Okay. So your liking is more important than what your parents like. Okay. But there will be a choice sooner or later where everyone agrees. I think that would be the best choice.
Thank you, Bhaiya. Bhaiya, the next question is, who is in control of one's life?
I don't think so anyone is in control of their life. We think we are in control of our life. That is the biggest illusion. In one of the knowledge keys, Guruji talks about this control only. Wanting to control the uncontrollable is stress. Okay, our breath is not under our control. Our mind is not under our control. The so many functions within our body is not under our control. Situations in our life, they don't come with our control. They just come uninvited, right? So everything in our life is not under our control. Okay, little bit here and there. Maybe sometimes what we want to study, even there, now there are more opportunities to study what you want to. But 20 years, 25 years ago, you got into some place only by compulsion. I just was having a discussion with my fellow IITian friends, and many of them, we were all chemical engineers, we became chemical engineers, but many of them were chemical engineers by accident. Somebody wanted to electrical engineer, somebody wanted to become a mechanical engineer, and they did not get a good seat in those streams. And by default, they became chemical engineers. So this was the situation a few years ago. Even now, certain situations exist, but there are more opportunities now. Okay, but who you are, what, and a couple of them even shared that we became chemical engineers by choice, but they say that it was the best thing to have happened to us. And there were others who wanted to do chemical engineering and they're not in chemical engineering anymore, they're doing something else. So we don't know what is going to happen, where, what, how. Enjoy life. Gurudev says life is a mystery. Trying to understand this mystery is confusion. And living this mystery fully is enlightenment.
Thank you, Bhaiya. Bhaiya, the next question is, I think it's a connected question. The question is, what is free will?
Yeah, whatever is happening in that happening, what you can do and want to do is your free will. For example, it is raining. That is your destiny. But in that rain, what you want to do? You want to go out and drench yourself into the rain, or you want to take a car and go for a meeting, or you want to stay indoors and have some nice hot tea and some pakoras. So what you decide to do with that rain is your free will. So every moment you have some free will, what you want to do in this moment of time based on wherever you are and whatever you are doing. Okay, so that is what is free will. There is no such thing as absolute free will, and there is no such thing as absolute destiny. There is a little bit of free will and there is a little bit of destiny.
Right. Bhaiya, the next question is, in bad time, everyone gives you knowledge or opinion or advice. How should we take it?
Listen to them. Listen to them. In bad times, your intellect does not work. That is why you have landed them in the bad times, and you're in a very disturbed state of mind. In a disturbed state of mind, it is very difficult to make a choice. It is very difficult to have clear thoughts. It is very difficult to act. Hmm. Uh, you know that is the time we are most rebellious. We don't want to listen to anyone. Because things are not working. We have done everything possible, and people sometimes keep on coming and giving the same options to us. Why don't you do this? Why don't you do this? And we have done that, implemented that action maybe 50, 20 times, and we become rebellious. But that is what I tell people. If you're in a bad time, you identify one person. That person can be your parent, that person can be your best friend, that person can be your spouse or your guru. And in those bad times, come what may, you are just going to listen to that person. You will share everything to that person and listen to that person, whatever that person. That person says, go and jump into the water, just go and jump into the water. That person says, take left, take left. Go right, go right. Have that one person in your life. Okay? So it can be anyone, your parent, your brother or sister, your spouse, your guru, your best friend, some other friend, your mentor, we don't know. But identify that one person and stick to that person as if you're sticking for your dear life.
Great, Bhaiya. The next question is, how public should one's life be?
Different people have different choices. Some people like to keep their life totally public. What they are eating, where they are going, whom they are meeting, and what type of hairstyle they are having, and what type of food they love, and what type of animals and movies they like. Everything is on social media. They like to be in public. And there are some people, even the biggest of their achievements, they don't want to put it out there. They want to be a private person. So you identify what type of person you are, what you're comfortable doing and not doing. Based on that, you decide what you would like to do. So there is no hard and fast rule that being this way is the right way. Everyone is different. Everyone has different viewpoints, and based on those viewpoints, everyone has the right to decide how public or private they want to be.
Great, Bhaiya. The next question is, how much independence should one assert in one's relationship?
Relationship is more about being dependent on each other. Even if you can be independent, it is always nice to give that person that little bit control, the other person. You can do it yourself, but it is good. Okay, let that person control a little bit. I know I can decide what type of shoes I would like to wear, but let the other person decide. So for me, it's like that. 9 times out of 10, I let the other person decide. And that 1 out of 10, then automatically that freedom comes. So it's okay. It doesn't matter, whether it is black shoes or brown shoes or chappals or this. It really doesn't matter, what you are wearing or not wearing. The whole world does it every day, in and out. Billions of people are doing it in and out. What big difference? One day you might not be looking the way you want to look. So what difference? People are not even noticing, isn't it? Certain days you want to have a particular type of food, and the other person involved wants to have a particular. Give it what is there. See, everything happens by rotation. You are not eating the same food every day. So sometime or the other you will come across food you want to have. So that is what patience is all about. I will get what I want whenever I want, and it will come. So when you give in, then automatically that other person also opens up to giving in. And then it becomes a relationship of mutual trust and respect and caring and sharing. But the starting point is you.
Thank you, Bhaiya. Bhaiya, the next question is, how do people with mental disorders get cured? How does the mind heal itself after a new life?
Yeah, mind has its own healing properties. Sometimes we do carry forward our mental problems, but many times we don't. Okay, so life has that, the mind has it, that consciousness has that healing quality within itself. Okay. Hmm. So we have to give life a chance, consciousness a chance. Okay. And why do we think only from this life to the next life? Even in this life, it is possible. Here now, all possibilities are there.
Where the next question is it okay to switch careers after 10 years of service?
See, it's your choice. You want to switch after 5 months, it's your choice. If you want to switch after 10 years, it's your choice. If you don't want to switch at all, is also your choice. Isn't it? But one thing is there, if you have started, in a particular field of works, it is best you continue there in that field. Hmm. Because over a few years, you have developed certain expertise in that field. And if you switch to another field, then you start from scratch all over again. So that 10 years you head start you have in your field is nullified. Then you are again fighting with the novices and the new one. If that attracts you, very good. And no job is going to give you satisfaction. No job is going to give you fulfillment. Job is there to give you money. So you have earn your money through whatever expertise you have developed. And for satisfaction, you come to our programs, advanced meditation program, happiness program. All the satisfaction will come there. So our programs will not give you money, but give you a lot of contentment and satisfaction. And your job will give you a lot of money, but rarely it will give you contentment and satisfaction and peace of mind.
Great. Bhaiya, the last question for this week is, do we access God through an authority who can take that right away, or like a king or a power figure?
God, you have a direct connection. No, why do you require any authority in the middle? Okay, you don't require any authority. In fact, you are God. The basic definition of God is what? God is omnipresent. Omnipresent means what? Every particle of this universe, of this creation, is filled with God. So that means what? Every particle of you is also filled with God. And if God is missing from even one particle from you, then God is not God. So you are God, God is residing in you, and you are residing in God. So when the connection is so direct, why do you require a via medium? Yeah, you sometimes require a help so that you learn the tricks to connect with yourself. You learn to meditate a little. You learn to identify what am I seeking, how to seek, where to seek. That little guidance we require, and that is why we require a guru in our life. Okay, a guru is just for us to recognize that connection which is already there. Otherwise, we keep on running here, there, wherever. But you are God. God is you. Okay. And a guru is just, making you recognize that relationship. He's not communicating on your behalf to God, and God from God or God communicates through him. But he's establishing that connection. And when he established that connection, because he's in touch with his own inner self, he is able to give us good clarity for ourselves also. Okay.
Great. Thank you, Bhaiya, for these lovely insights. And I think, like every time I learn something from these questions. And I hope the audience, whoever asks and whoever doesn't ask, they both get to enjoy these question and answers. So with that, Bhaiya, I'd like you to say the last few words, whatever you feel like.
Nothing. Good. As always, discussing knowledge is very beautiful. It itself, it gives a lot of self-contentment and satisfaction. So please do keep on supporting us. Please keep on asking questions and keep on liking our programs. Thank you very much. Until the next time, Jai Gurudev.